What's up? What's up, everyone? It's Tuesday, what's today? April the 5th, 2022. Welcome to episode number 6 of the Couchcasters podcast. We are part of the Clutch Sports Network podcast network. So go out and give them a follow. That's at Clutch, CLUTCH_SN. Give them a follow. We're part of their podcast network. So Mercer, my man, what's up, my brother?
My brother Jeff, what it do, man? How's it going?
It do. Drinks up, everyone. Whoever's joining us, thank you for joining us. Whoever's listening at some point, thank you for listening. Our glasses are raised.
Yeah.
Bad takes and brown liquor. Shout out to my buddies Nick and Pete.
Most definitely. Most cheers.
So anyway,
all right.
So big news here.
Wow.
Kansas Jayhawks are national champs. First time since 2008.
Right.
They pulled off an epic comeback against North Carolina and won by 3, which is kind of funny because spread was North Carolina +4. They pass it into the Kansas dude, and he steps out of bounds, turns it back over to North Carolina, ensuring the cover.
Right. Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. But so I'm sure whoever had UNC +4, congratulations. Did you watch much of the game, Merc?
So yeah, I did. So it's funny because the first half was so, I'm not gonna say boring, but it was so one-sided that I was like on social media and I was watching some other things, kind of going back and forth. But it's funny because the tournament this year has been a tournament of second halves, and the good coaches make the adjustments and things. So I was expecting that. So I was like, man, Self can't go out like this, man. He's too good a coach. You can't be a number 1 seed getting blasted by a number 8, although North Carolina was underseeded, in my opinion. But it was cool, man. The second half was everything that we asked for, bro. I mean, don't you think?
I would agree with that. It was almost like Kansas kind of had to shake it, shake it off. And North Carolina was kind of carrying a little bit of that momentum from the Duke game as well, I think, into that first half. Halftime, the enemy for Alabama basketball. But halftime, good teams adjust. And that's what Kansas did. And they kind of settled into their game in the second half. And I think Carolina kind of tired out, because they only played 5-6 players the whole tournament. That's all they really had, and I think that six games through a tournament, only playing 5, 6-player rotation. I think they just gassed out too. And so Kansas just deep, strong, talented.
I got you. The short bench. Well,
and
it's crazy.
That's just a theory.
Okay, I mean, and that's a plausible theory because it worked as a strong point for them throughout the course of the tournament. And once emotions run high, you can't really, if it's been working for you, he's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're not going to extend your bench, on the championship game if you hadn't been doing it all tournament. But, man, it just seemed like, honestly, if you ask me, more so than anything, it just seemed like, Davis just got to outcoach. I think Self outcoached him in the second half. I think Davis came out with the game plan and it worked flawlessly the first half, but he had no adjustments. He had no more tricks in the bag. And when Self went kind of examined how it was going and they broke it down, they had no answers because towards the end of the game, North Carolina was taking horrible shots. It's like less than a minute,
like bad shots,
bro. 16 seconds left in the shot clock. They're chucking threes from damn near half court.
And dude, what's his name? Love?
Yeah. Right.
Cameron Love or something Love, whatever.
Right.
What his name was like daggers versus Duke. And then, man, he was penetrating last night, missing layups.
Right.
Then he's missing threes. So all that stroke he had against Duke ran out on him yesterday because he was penetrating. He was getting to the rim, but he just couldn't finish.
Well, they schemed him up. Kansas kind of schemed him. And I think he felt like he had to put the game on his back. He pressed. He did a little too much. He took bad shots because even that play call at the end of the game, it's 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Left in the game, period. They run this weird little screen, crazy 3 and double coverage at the top of the key. And I'm like, dude, that who drew that up? I was a horrible play coach. Who drew that up? I can draw better than that. I'm not even a coach. So
I'm not even a coach.
it was just some things I was like, but I'm gonna tell you something. The writing was on the wall. Me and you texted about this. The writing was on the wall when I saw my man. I forgot his name. With the floor buckled. I didn't even know the floor buckled until you said that. When that turnover happened, I was like, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I mean, that was bad. You couldn't tell it on one angle, but the other angle, almost the floor angle, you could see that.
See it.
When he planted, you could see the floor.
It buckled.
Buckle a little bit. Like
it buckled.
And
it jammed him up.
Down he went.
Yeah, it jammed him up because
down he went.
And because you remember he was hurt the last game. He had the injuries. But that dude was beasting on the boards, bro. Like against Duke, he had like 21 rebounds. Like Will out here, bro.
Man,
so
killing it.
It was killing it, man. So, but it was a good game. But I would say this: at the end of the game, I don't know if you felt like this. When the game was over, that had to be like the deadest crowd. Like they were hyped during the game, and it seemed like once the confetti was supposed to fall, it was lacking for me. Like I was like, I don't feel it. I don't feel the excitement.
I mean, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kansas really doesn't have any pizzazz to them. I mean, I mean,
that's a good point. Like that's a good point.
I'm not saying their style of play. There's just no.
It's not a sexy team.
There's no sex appeal to Kansas. Like North Carolina is Jordan's squad, and the blue, the teal, the baby blue.
Yeah.
On the uniforms, and Duke being Duke, and that kind of thing. But Kansas, man, there's just like
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that's it.
Andrew Wiggins.
There's Paul Pierce and
Andrew Wiggins.
Jacques Vaughn. Rafe LaFrance. You know what I mean?
Danny Manning.
Yeah. I mean, they kept showing him last night, and I'm like, the dude
played
like 40 years ago.
Oh,
no, Manning.
Oh, I was about
Danny
to
Manning a bunch.
I miss Rafe LaFrance.
Don't worry about Rafe LaFrance, bro. Don't worry about Rafe LaFrance.
I forgot he was in the league. I was like, damn.
So did he a long time ago.
What is LaFrance's first name?
Rafe.
How do you spell that?
Raef.
Congratulations.
Rafe. Yeah. Don't ask me why I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll never help me, not one iota outside of the last 30 seconds of my whole life.
Exactly.
But somehow I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm with you. I didn't think
so
it was
Kansas won, and it was just kind of like, And
then it was like just over. Yeah, and then that was just like over.
North Carolina would have been the better story. Duke with Coach K would have been the better story.
Yeah.
They're Kansas. They're just
even Jay Wright, bro, had Villanova won, that would have been like, oh man, Villanova, Jay Wright back.
Jay Wright. It's just like I said, there's no cachet to Kansas, man. There's
to
just
get it going. Let me.
Kansas doesn't excite you
at all. Nah, it's not
unless you're a Kansas fan or a diehard college basketball fan.
But here's the thing: they've been underachieving for so long since that last championship that I think people a lot of times just kind of like it's like Gonzaga. Like how many times can Gonzaga fold before you just like
Gonzaga got to get out of that cherry conference, man.
Well, dude, they get exposed. They get exposed.
They got to get out of that. They got to get out of that because it's every year it's the same thing. They blow through the conference, number 1 seed, hit a physical tough team, stay at the crib.
Yeah, and they get exposed, and then it's like wow. Because honestly, bro, given the talent when you have arguably the number 1 pick on your team and Chet Holmgren, and he's like 7'5", you should be dominating, bro. Like play him like Kareem or something like that.
I can't believe that dude's gonna be the number 1 pick.
He won't, bro. I don't think he's gonna be the number 1 pick.
He'll be a lottery pick. He'll be top 3.
Oh, for sure. Number 1.
He'll be like the Darko pick. Somebody will pick him in between like Jabari Smith and Banchero for Duke, something like that.
Wow. You put my man Ivy, bro, from Purdue. He's shooting up the charts. I'm telling you. Ivy's good.
Okay. I don't know that much about that dude. I just know really what I've seen in the tournament the last few weeks.
Check. He got a little wiggle to him, but I don't know, bro.
And SEC got scrubbed, son. We had like 4 out of the 6 teams were gone, or 5 out of the 6 teams were gone after the first weekend.
Dude,
I was like, Man, we ground us all up and spit us out, and then we had nothing left for the tournament, and then we got run out of the tournament.
Well, let me tell you. Well, let me ask you this. Let me pivot for a quick sec. Did Texas A&M win the NIT? Did they win that?
No, they lost the.
Did they?
They lost in the final.
Oh, okay.
They got to the final, but they lost in the final to. I can't remember who they lost to.
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah,
that
got about as much coverage as the women's national championship college basketball game. It was about the same.
Well, hey man, shout out to South Carolina.
Yeah, man.
They dominated all year, and then they closed it out they dominated the tournament. I did not have them in my women's bracket that I did.
What?
I did not have them. I had them in the Final Four, but I had them losing to Baylor. Of course, Baylor bowed out in the second round.
Wow, you had them going out like that? Dang.
Yeah, I had them losing because I was picking in the women's bracket for a Baylor LSU final.
I got you.
Because of that LSU coach was Baylor's coach for like 20-something years.
Yeah.
And won a championship with Baylor, and then she left to go to LSU.
Yeah.
And then LSU had a decent squad this year. They're like a 3 seed or 4 seed in the tournament. And so I was kind of picking with my
they got waxed too.
Yeah, they got Ohio State KO'd them early. So
yeah, they got waxed.
It blew my women's bracket up too. But
wow.
South Carolina whipped everybody all year. I think they finished like 38-2 or 37-2 or something ridiculous like that. 37-3 maybe, I don't know, but something crazy like that. They beat UConn in the final, who's UConn was 11-0 in the championships, until that loss last night. So
do you think UConn has lost its aura of invincibility at this point? Because Gino had those girls like cranking. And they were so dominant. It was like the Warriors. And now, bro, they're going through a slump, bro. Like,
well, I guess losing in the final is a slump, but
for UConn, I mean, because you expect them to win it every year.
Merc, this is like Saban and Bama football.
Good point. That's valid.
Lose a couple games, and everybody starts wondering,
dude,
is it finally on the downswing?
Right.
But the revenge tour starts here in a few months.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be a body count laid up. Bryce's going to lay some bodies down here in a few months, but that's a different show.
Can't wait.
But that's kind of what I feel about Ariema and UConn is they might go a couple years without winning one.
Right.
This team probably wasn't one of his better teams. They lost 5 or 6 games in the regular season. That's a lot for him.
That's a lot for him, bro. That's a
lot for UConn to lose 5 games in a season. So it probably wasn't his best team.
Right.
And they were a 2 seed, and then he got them to the finals. So it may have been one of his better coaching jobs. Kind of like Saban this past year.
Right.
Where it replaced so many things on the team, replaced coordinators, injuries, and he somehow got this team to the championship game.
That's a good point. And could have won it.
And could have won it.
Won.
And so I think that's kind of the UConn women team right now. I think is in kind of that phase where people are kind of questioning them a little bit, but they one recruiting class, get a couple of players in.
That's a good point.
You back at they back in 1 year. So I'm not writing off UConn by any stretch.
I wouldn't write them off, but man, I gotta say, man, South Carolina's been bubbling for a while, bro. And honestly, I like Dawn Staley. She's a great coach. She's a hell of a basketball player in the WNBA. So, and then they had the big girl down low, man, Beast in Boston, bro. She was doing her thing. So,
she was.
That was hard to beat. She was like Shaq down there on them, man. So, you know what? I just feel bad about the game because what overshined that game, besides just the lackluster promotion that ESPN does for it, if you ask me, and maybe the interest just isn't there. I don't know, but Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird making penis jokes. That
was hysterical, dude.
But that
was so funny.
Game. It outshined the game.
That was so funny. I was laughing a good bit at that. That was pretty funny.
It was funny, bro. But at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna be a quote unquote Karen on this one, dude. I thought it was kind of funny, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, you don't respect your own sport. Like you get mad at the NBA
you clowning on your own sport.
You clowning your own sport. You're not even talking about the game. You making dude jokes. You making penis jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you talking about cocks and length? And I'm just like,
chill. It's a game of inches.
It's a game.
She was like, it's a game. For those of you that may not know, during the women's game, they had a simulcast, and it was Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird,
and other people. They were switching them out, I think.
They were switching. It was almost like the Manning cast on Monday Night Football.
Right.
So they were talking with somebody, and they mentioned that the game, it was a game of inches.
Right.
Because I guess her foot was on the line for a shot or something. It was a game of inches. And then Taurasi made it because it was South Carolina Gamecocks were playing, and Taurasi made a comment like, "It's always a game of inches when you one of the cocks or something like that, or something like that."
Yeah, it was.
And then Sue Bird kind of ran with that, and they went back and forth about it for a few seconds, and it was clear what they were referencing.
For sure. And it made the other guests uncomfortable. Like Sue and Diana was like cracking up. And then like
Rapinoe, that's who was on there when she said it. It was It was Sue Bird's wife. It was Megan Rapinoe was on there. So
she was visibly uncomfortable. Like she stopped and like looked off and like at the cameraman. It was like, yo.
I mean, I laughed. You're right. I laughed because it was funny, but you're right. You're right. They were making jokes about their own sport. They were clowning those now.
Come on, man. Because I guarantee you, had that been guys like let's say Peyton and Eli making those same jokes, man, it'd have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Social media would have took that.
That would have been a wrap.
A whole controversy. Yeah. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
So
that would have been a wrap.
I thought that was funny. I'm with you. It was funny because it was like, yo, but then at the same time, like, damn, man, you don't even respect your own sport, man. Come on, man.
I didn't even think about it like that until you just said something. I didn't even think about it like you clowning your own sport, dog.
You don't even take it serious. So I'm like, they got more shine in the game. So anyway, like half the folks didn't even know who won most valuable player of the game.
I don't know who won most valuable player, but I did see, a good bit of the second half of that.
Yeah. Oh, big girl Boston.
That game, because I wanted to see if UConn could pull it off and knock out the Giants, but
oh man, not this year, bro.
Not this year, man. South Carolina legit. I think they won it in 2017, and they've been in the mix every year since. Like South Carolina is
straight kicking.
They're in the mix. Yeah, they're in the mix.
Well, they're well coached. Oh, Charles said he's on. By the way, hang on. Oh, this is 7:04. Where's Charles? Is he on the thing?
No, I don't see Charles. Here, I'm gonna invite him again then. But anyway, so what's on your hat? What's that logo on your hat?
So this is Texas State, man. Normally I wear some Bama or some Cowboys or something like that, man. But since I'm out here in Austin, bro, I was like, let me represent something from Texas. And
Texas State. Wasn't that movie Necessary Roughness? Wasn't that Texas State?
Hey man, it might have been, bro. I wasn't even checking for him. Like I just thought the logo was cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. It kind of matched the shirt. It's like the colors. Wait, the colors and the colors. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. So I figured I'm like, since I'm in Texas, let me switch the swag up a little bit. So I did that. So
that's cool. That's cool. We can go with that.
Yeah, just switching up a little bit. Not nothing too crazy,
So how many games are left in the
NBA?
How many games left in the NBA season?
Bro, okay. I'm glad we finally pivoted to NBA ball. So it's about 4 to 5 games left, right? The Lakers, if they lose tonight, which they will, because LeBron is out and they play the number 1 team, Phoenix Suns. If they lose tonight, they're effectively officially eliminated. Because I think there'll be too many games back to actually make a run for it. So yeah, bro, we're looking at, and here's the thing though, more than the Lakers making the playoffs, which is going to be a big deal, and they're going to talk about that all summer as far as like what are the Lakers going to do in the offseason. LeBron has to play at least, I want to say 1 or 2 more games to hit the minimum game played threshold in order to get the scoring title this season. He's at 30.3. He's averaged 30.3 points a game this season. Or maybe it's 31.3. Okay. I think it's 30.3 with Embiid averaging 30.2 and Giannis averaging 30.1. So
they're all within like a tenth of a point of each other, right?
Yes, bro. So I'm trying to see if LeBron's going to play. He's out tonight, of course. So I think he's going to try to save up the juice for the last 2 or 3 games and put up 30, just chuck up a bunch of shots just to get the scoring title, to be the oldest player probably ever to have the scoring title at the age, maybe besides Karl Malone, maybe. So,
dude, the Lakers are just
they're
awful,
bro.
man.
They're
like
awful.
you can't even watch them. Even to watch LeBron, chase Kareem and chase the scoring, like they are so bad to watch. Like you cannot watch them.
Yeah,
that's why they are not anywhere on this playoff chart we're looking at. This is as of today. I think there's 4 games left.
It's to the point,
3 games left.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 games left. Wait, so hang on. 3 or 4 games left. If I'm looking at I'm trying to do quick math. Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 games left. It's insane, bro.
Cleveland's at 79 games, so there's 3 games left. Yeah, so no way the Lakers can get in, right? They can't. They're not going to catch whoever.
No,
right?
They're not going to get in. It's over. No. Because
it's over for them. Okay,
it's over for them. They had the. I want to say they had the 12th hardest schedule in the league. After the All-Star break, so they play all like contending teams. So like I said, tonight they play Phoenix. They're not going to beat Phoenix. Phoenix is just cranking right now. They're not going to beat them. So I'm like, man, what are you playing for besides a scoring title? The guys are uninterested. So it's just
Miami Heat with a number 1 seed.
Yeah, don't worry about them though, bro. I'm not a buyer.
Don't worry about the Heat.
Don't worry about them. I'm not buying the Heat, bro. I'm not buying the Heat. Actually, look, with this, I'm glad you got this graphic up, bro. Like looking at it, I think we're one and the same in thinking that.
We got a guest with us, Merc.
Oh, let me pause myself.
Chaz Conwell joining the house.
Hey, hold on.
What's up, everyone? This is Charles. This is our man, Charles.
Hold on, bro. Let me introduce this man the right way. Hold on. This is a man that is cooler and calmer than Sidney Poitier. He's cooler than him. This man, he bites lightning and farts thunder. This is the man of the hour, Charles Conwell, my man. Sir Charles, what it do, man?
Say he rides lightning and farts thunder.
What's up, man?
Hey, no happenings. How you guys doing?
Hey, what up, my man? Charles, my man. Good to see you again.
Looking good.
Been a
minute. When did you send the second link?
About 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Like when you sent that text that said you were in the waiting room, I was like, that must be the link for last week's broadcast. So I just sent you the link for this week's. So here we are.
Charles, look, you ain't missed nothing, man. We was just joking on the women's national championship thing and how Diana Taurasi just completely made penis jokes.
We weren't joking on the women's national championship. We were joking on the simulcast.
That's a good point
that they made during it. But no, we weren't joking on the women's championship
at all. I was not joking at all.
No, that was actually serious discussion.
So I didn't watch that simulcast at all. It was with Taurasi and
Sue Bird
and Sue Bird.
Right.
And
it
wasn't any
Rapinoe
good.
was on there too.
Well,
I mean, it was like the Manning cast. It was like Peyton and Eli. They were just kind of cutting up throughout.
Right.
And then they made a couple of Wang jokes and
So
that became then they were making fun of their own show.
And see, that's the way I took it. I told Jeff I had kind of a quote unquote Karen moment because it was a good game and it was good to see the ladies play. But of course, the Gamecocks, their name is Gamecocks Cox. And Diana Taurasi was making penis jokes, talking about, Cox is about inches and all this other kind of crap. And I'm like, you don't even take your own sport serious. So had a male made that joke, that'd be all over the news,
Yeah,
so
we'd be in trouble.
It'd be in trouble. So I felt kind of a little tight by that. I'm like, yo, man, you're supposed to be like pumping it up. But it was funny. Don't get me wrong, it was funny, but it was a little juvenile for for her class.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
But then we were on to talking about NBA when you popped in. So, we were talking about how I just realized that Miami was a number 1 seed in the East. And Mercer dismissed them immently.
I ain't worried about Miami, bro.
Yeah, they wouldn't get past Milwaukee anyway.
No. Charles.
So it ain't going to matter.
Charles, what do you think about the Lakers, man? Let's talk about it. What the Lakers, Charles? What's the problem, man? What is the problem with the Lakers?
Well, street clothes.
Always dinged. Always dinged, baby.
Always
Right?
dinged. I like that.
That's right.
I like that.
I mean, yeah, Barkley gave him the name, and he's right. He's on the sideline most of the time. Yeah,
but you know, when he plays now, he doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't. He doesn't have that. Something's missing when he's playing. Something's missing.
He's LeBron.
I think his foot is still bothering him.
Okay.
I think his foot is still bothering him too, though. But you're right.
Probably not 100%, but
he got the dog in no more, man.
He just doesn't seem like he's got that. Whatever that thing that Jordan had when you watch Jordan play, where he was like, I would rather rather kill your family than lose this game.
Yeah, he ain't got that.
Like that kind of mentality when you play basketball.
But Jordan was different than all those other guys too, though, and the rest of the guys out there. So you can't really.
Well, it's a different game now.
There's not a whole lot of guys like that. You know, Kobe was like that.
True.
You know, I mean Jordan, but there's not a whole lot of other guys like.
I mean, but damn, give me some T-Mac or something. Like, give me somebody. Give me KG.
I mean, for AD's skill set and his height and his skill set, like, we shouldn't be having conversations about whether he has the dog in him or not. You know, that guy should be. He should be dominating.
Well, here's the thing, though, Jeff. He's so comfortable playing with LeBron. He's almost accepted the number 2 role. I think he wants to be a number 2. It's gotten so bad to the point where when he and LeBron play and they're healthy, they're still losing, bro. He's a top 75 player of all time, according to his colleagues in the media, right? Which, honestly, I don't think he is personally. I don't think he's a top 75 player. I don't think he's better than Prime T-Mac or anything like that, but I'll digress. I think because he's in the LA market now.
Prime T-Mac was a different animal.
Bro. First team All-NBA and stuff. I don't know how many first team All-NBA nods has AD ever gotten. Has he ever been first team All-NBA? I don't even know if he's ever been that.
No, man. We need a statistician in the background to look at it. Surely he's been first team once, right?
I would imagine though, during his Pelican days that he might have been first team All-NBA because you know he was killing them, but he still had the same issue. He stayed all the time.
Yeah. But see, there wasn't much of a spotlight on him in New Orleans, you know, so he could kind of that kind of stuff kind of flew under the radar. But then he's in Tinseltown,
right?
And every move you make is scrutinized or analyzed. And
I think they're gonna trade him, bro. I think they're gonna trade him. I think he's gone. I can't
believe they would trade a guy in his 20s.
Listen, bro, he's age-wise, he's in his 20s, but his body is older than that, bro. Like he can't carry the because it's getting to the point now. You know Westbrook gone. It's over for him. Like they'll sell him for peanuts at this point. And he has 1 year left on his contract, so he'll be expiring. They'll do it. Say that again.
But do you realize that Westbrook will be the highest paid player in the NBA next year at
like 40-something million,
bro? But
how much would it say? 47.
But it's 1 year.
Yeah.
Like the Thunder is somebody going to
47 million.
It'll have to be a pick attached to it, and the Lakers don't have no picks.
So Lakers don't have no picks for like 10 years.
Bro, it's over. I mean, they mortgaged it all for a title. They got it. But dude, you can't bring Westbrook back unless you're gonna do Westbrook and AD and let LeBron go. I mean, that's the other option. And like who
LeBron gonna go to the Clippers.
Ooh,
Westbrook has been playing a lot better lately, you know. Yeah. But you're gonna be paying a man $47 million that had the lowest shooting percentage in the league.
I mean, damn.
Led the league in turnovers. Led the league in turnovers, by the way.
Let's be honest though, it ain't nothing like $2 million more than John Wall. John Wall making damn near the same money.
Yeah.
And
really? You won't let John Wall play. Houston's like, nah, just chill.
It's the same money. I'm just saying,
man. Lakers should have picked up DeRozan, dude. I mean, why did that?
Man,
Come on,
Brian did
come
that.
on,
But
well,
see,
so I heard an interview with Magic yesterday, and Magic
that's
said
what I was. I think that's what I was talking about.
That DeMar DeRozan, his agent contacted him and said he wanted to come to the Lakers.
Wow.
And Magic contacted Rob Pelinka and said, "Hey, you need to call, the whatever his agent's name is, and
right,
because DeMar wants to come home." And then he
and
left it with Rob Pelinka.
Wow.
And, well,
whoops.
He said they called him. That they actually called and they were negotiating. And while they were still in that negotiating process, they made the Westbrook move.
And that's dirty too. That's dirty,
right,
bro.
because DeMar was ticked.
Yeah, that's dirty. That's dirty.
Yeah.
So
I remember DeMar being ticked off at the Lakers for entertaining him for that a bit, and then signing Westbrook in the middle of talks with him.
I wonder why LeBron. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. I think LeBron made that call, and I think that was LeBron's call alone. Which, by the way, AD has made 4 All-NBA first team knives. So I was very wrong on that.
You're right.
Recent as 2020.
Yeah. No, he was an outstanding player.
The bubble year, I'm sure he made it
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And actually, in 2020, when they won the title, he was healthy most of the time, and he played really well.
He was good in the bubble, though, bro. Yeah. That bubble ball was nice. He was
5 months off.
Yeah. But going back to DeRozan, though,
like a whole off season.
LeBron couldn't see the vision, though. LeBron should be running point guard. They got him playing the 5. LeBron should be playing point guard. That's why bringing Westbrook didn't make sense to me. I'm like, bro, the team is better when you run the point. Let AD play the 5, and then you can have
some shooters.
And
bring in some shooters.
They could have kept Caruso, had DeRozan, and probably got Buddy Hield. Now you in the offseason where
and that's exactly what Magic said.
Okay.
And Magic loves Caruso.
He's a hustle player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone did.
But they got a Caruso-ish player on the squad
Except
now.
Pelinka.
Yeah, well, Pelinka don't know what he's doing, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Pelinka don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. Matter of fact, because the year
Jeannie fired her brother. Hadn't she fired this guy yet?
Because Kobe. Because it's Kobe homie. That was Kobe's agent, and they trying to stay in the family. The same way they got Kurt Rambis and them guys in there trying to run things. That was the only reason they got there, because the year they won the championship, that was Magic making those moves. Those were Magic's leftovers. All right. So they won the championship. Yeah. Then Pelinka put his mark on the team by getting Montrezl Harrell, all these other scrubs. They were trash. First round, got
Mark
Drummond.
Gasol.
That didn't work. Mark Gasol. Why?
Mark Gasol.
Get him out of here. Yeah. And then now he revamped the team again. This is 2 seasons in a row. You got 2 completely different rosters. And it's going to be different next year. Yeah. So he don't know what he's doing.
Well, LeBron had to okay the Westbrook deal.
That's true.
They wouldn't have made. They probably wouldn't.
He okays all the deals. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
There ain't one deal Lakers make that don't get his sign off.
But dude, it's crazy because LeBron does this cycle. This is a cycle. Like, LeBron is known for doing this. He did this in Cleveland. He was going to do this in Miami. Pat Riley was like, hell no. You remember Miami drafted that dude from Shabazz Napier because LeBron wanted him?
Yeah.
And then LeBron left and Shabazz was trash. Right. He can't scout talent.
Yeah.
They got to let that go.
That's why LeBron left originally, because Shabazz was so bad. He was like, hey, I'm out of here, man.
This is not my decision. Get him out of here. Yeah, so Shabazz ain't even in the league. Like, get him out of here. That dude was terrible.
He didn't last very long.
Bro, Shabazz Napier.
I thought he was a nice player in college, though, but he just didn't pan out.
Yeah. Didn't pan out.
His ceiling was Kemba Walker, right? Shabazz Napier was my height and couldn't be a point guard to save his life. He was a scoring point at my height out here just, no, sir. It was over Shabazz.
Man, Bron loved him. Something about him, Bron was like, hook me up.
I'm gonna tell you something. LeBron floated that bull crap out there just to see if they'd actually do it. And then he was like, oh, I got control. Then they did it. And he was like, I run some things now.
He's like the puppet master.
Yeah, he the puppet master. Nah, we not. That ain't gonna fly. So I don't know, man. If I'm LeBron, though, honestly, you mentioned the Clippers. That would be crazy if he went. You talking about hated in LA? He can't go from the Lakers to the Clippers though next year. He can't do that. Not in state.
Watch it.
Charles,
He's
talk to him,
he
Charles.
going.
Going.
No,
LeBron, you got to, with LeBron's aspirations in Hollywood and movie business, all that other stuff.
That's why he's staying in LA.
Leave the Lakers.
So
now,
you think
he won't leave LA
unless the reason he would leave the Lakers would be if he got an opportunity to buy a team.
Ooh, okay.
And have his own team.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if
he is going to own a team.
About you can't.
That's happening. Yeah.
Can you own a team and play for your own team?
I don't think so. No, because Jordan tried that. Remember with the Wizards, and they wouldn't let him.
I couldn't remember what his stake was in the team when he came back and played for him.
Did he have to sell his interests?
He did,
and do that,
and they kind of jerked him around a little bit.
Charlotte after that.
Yeah, they jerked him around because he was gonna. I think he was gonna try to go back and buy the Wizards or something kind of crazy crap. I don't know. Don't fact check me, somebody. But it left a sour taste in his mouth about that. That's why he ended up owning the Bobcats. Because the Wizards kind of jerked him some kind of way, but I don't think you can play and be an owner at the same time. It's a conflict of interest, so they weren't going to let that happen.
Why you would want to own the Wizards? I don't know.
Back then,
anyway,
back when they had Popeye Jones and Kwame Brown. No,
everybody,
we got them cheap. He was trying to get them cheap. But at this playoff bracket though, I mean,
so who you got, Charles?
Yeah,
who you think off this bracket? I've got the Bucks.
Well,
I think the Bucks are going to repeat. Barring Giannis' health.
So in my heart, I'm pulling for the Celtics, but I don't think, I think they'll play well.
Charles, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Hey, look, they got a first round bye.
Celtics are nice.
I think they're gonna lock in on that number 2 seed. That's gonna be tough though, because they must have the tiebreak over Milwaukee. So it's going to be tough. So if the Celtics lock the number 2 seed, they definitely going to win that next round against Cleveland or Atlanta. I think unless
keep
they
in mind there are 2-3 games left. This is just as of now. So this is how, if it holds up the way this bracket is, there's still 3 games left. So Brooklyn and Boston, but Milwaukee and Boston could flip flop still.
It's over Brooklyn. It's over them. Well, what you saying, Charles?
All of Boston's remaining games are on the road too. So.
Ooh, and they don't have Robert Williams. That's gonna be tough, man.
I don't even know if they'll have in the first round of the playoffs.
So if they get the number 2 seed, they get a. Oh, that's a play-in though. I'm tripping. I'm looking like they got a bye. That does make a difference. Ooh, if you Boston though, are you angling to try to play the winner of Cleveland and Atlanta, or would you? I guess you got to. You don't have a choice. Because you're not catching the number 1 seed, can they?
Right.
They 2 games back. I don't see them getting the number 1 from Miami. Do y'all? I don't think so.
No, I think Miami's got the number 1.
I don't think so either.
Unless they tank the last 3 games, but
the East is tight, bro.
The East is pretty packed.
The East is better than the West this year.
I think the West is a few teams and that's it.
Yeah, I think they are this year.
Yeah,
I agree.
The East is a grind. So I'm not sure whoever comes out of the East will have enough left in the tank to beat the West, but unless it's Milwaukee, I just don't think.
So when you say the West is
I'm on the Milwaukee bandwagon.
So who do you think the 2 teams in the West are?
Phoenix and Golden State.
Hell no for Golden State. I'm gonna tell you something.
Well,
y'all sleeping on Denver, bro.
On Curry's
Steph
health.
Curry.
That's where I'm getting at. Well,
depends on Curry's health.
Denver might be.
Denver, bro.
Yeah, Draymond's back. But
I think that whole Dallas, Golden State, Dallas, Denver, that group right there is pretty. You could almost flip a coin on those 3.
I agree with that.
I think those 3. I think Dallas is probably
Dallas
defense.
Dallas has really been looking good lately.
Man, they look good, man.
Yeah, Luka looks like a beast, man. I don't know if they play enough defense to win in the playoffs.
Wait, I'm gonna say this. Can I say this for a second?
Well, they're a much better defensive team now under Jason Kidd.
Under Kidd, you're right.
Well, see, the Lakers should have kept Kidd as the coach, but I digress. If I'm Dallas,
hey, I said that 2 years ago.
You did. You said it, and they should have. But I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm Dallas, I'm trying to play Utah. Utah is getting bounced in the first round, and they don't like each other. So if I'm Dallas, I'm hoping that Golden State I'm hoping they slide a little bit, and I'm trying to get Utah because Donovan Mitchell is gone this offseason. I think he's gonna force a trade. I think he's forcing his way out.
Yeah, we sleeping on Memphis too, but I don't know what it is about Memphis. I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, think about it. Memphis been kicking butt and without Morant.
Yeah, I think they're
matter of fact
18-2 without him.
I think so.
They beat and they beat the other day. They beat one of the top teams in the league. I think they beat Phoenix. They beat a good team without Morant, without Jaren Jackson Jr., without Bane. Like 5 of their top rotation players didn't play, and they still beat Phoenix.
Don't fall
Memphis
for it.
So weird.
Don't fall for it.
Memphis is better without all their good players.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Memphis is gonna look good if they play the Clippers first round. The Clippers putting them boys out first round. Watch what I tell you.
I can see that. Is Kawhi going to play, or is he out? Is Kawhi going to come back from the playoffs?
Don't worry about him. He getting a free check.
Why?
They got Paul George though.
Kawhi ain't playing. No.
Okay.
He gonna make sure that knee is rock solid before he comes back,
and it ain't ever gonna be that.
So and he may not come back. You never know about Kawhi. He's completely healthy. He'll take 25 games off, and he'll be completely healthy.
Facts.
Well, he'll be back. I think he'll play next year.
Well, he should. He's been out for a whole season. If he sit out 2 years, I mean, damn. I'm gonna tell you. Do y'all think Zion gonna force his way out of the league too? I mean, out of the Pelicans, not the league, but is he gonna force his way out of New Orleans? He got to, right?
Yes.
I think this offseason is gonna be nice. Would they trade AD back to New Orleans for Zion?
Well,
I want the Lakers to have Brun Zion.
Has a no trade. I think AD has a no trade clause.
Oh, he's old.
So
I think somehow Zion trying to get to the Knicks.
Oh yeah, indeed. He had to pull some crap.
Well,
I don't. Zion don't want to be in New Orleans.
Zion needs to lose 30 to 50 pounds, or he's never gonna be healthy.
Charles, you know he ain't putting the gumbo down, man. Come on, man. Come on, that gumbo, them crawfish. It's over, man.
Can't do it. He's up in Portland now. What's in Portland? He's training up in Portland.
That's
a lot
of stress. That's a lot of stress on his lower
joints,
body,
on them knees,
his feet and legs. Yeah. He's had several foot and ankle injuries already.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
He might end up. Hey, look, I don't want to call the man a bust, but I mean, I guess you can't call him a bust, maybe based on the hype. I mean, he trending kind of in a wrong direction. He ain't played a lot of games, so
he's popped when he's played though.
Right, when he try to beat Kawhi.
When he's played.
Who that's me though is that Herb Jones came in there and took a starting spot.
He did.
I'm like, Herb, where was this offensive game in Tuscaloosa? I didn't see no kind of offensive game like this. In fact, it was to the point where I was worried about his NFL or his NBA future.
Is that bad? Wow.
Because of his lack of offensive skills. I was like, he slipped to the second round. I was like, how long is he going to be able to play? But he's come around.
That last season, though, he played pretty well offensively. The thing that slowed him down from an offensive perspective is that he had several serious injuries. He had a broken wrist. He had a back issue.
He wasn't much of a shooter.
So, because 1 year, but what showed me
we sure missed him this year, though.
How tough he was that when he had the broken wrist and it was his left. And he's left-handed.
Yeah,
it was on his
right-handed.
left hand, his left arm. He played right-handed, and the wrist was still messed up because he'd get hit and he'd have to come stuff.
Yeah,
but he kept playing. So he's
Right.
tough.
He kept playing. You're right.
He's mentally strong.
What the hell happened to Kira Lewis on the Pelicans, though? Herb getting some shine. What happened to Kira, though? Kira was a good prospect. I thought he was
in the rotation, isn't he?
Oh,
okay, he's hurt. Okay.
He started play, and I think he had an ACL.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I hadn't seen him in a
while.
while.
That would make sense.
Yeah. We'll see. So
all right. So go ahead, Merk.
No, go ahead. You got it.
No, go ahead and answer your question because I was going to pivot. So go ahead.
No, you can go ahead and pivot. It's cool because I asked I'll take us down the Alice in Wonderland hole, bro. Just go ahead.
Alice in Wonderland.
I'll take us down the rabbit.
All right. So we're going to throw this up here as we're approaching the draft.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, as we're approaching the NFL draft, Charles, we got several trades happen recently. I think the top 5-6 picks are pretty set. Jacksonville going number 1 again. Detroit going in the top 5 again. Houston in the top 5 again. Jets. The Jets are always there, Merk. You know that. It's
the invitation.
It's standard. Which top 5 pick are the Jets going to take every year? That's the standard question.
Right.
And then the Giants as well. So I've maintained, Charles, that I thought Evan Neal was going to go number 1 to Jacksonville so they could bookend the 2 tackles for Sunshine. But most of the stuff I'm seeing now, the mocks I'm seeing now, have that Michigan cat going number 1 to Jacksonville, which I think if he goes number 1, then Will Anderson should immediately be number 1 pick already, which he would be. But he should be the top 3 picks if Hutchinson is number 1.
So next year you could have Will and Young going 1 and 2.
They
will have Will and Bryce going 1 and 2.
And they should. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Going 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yep. I don't see the Jaguars taking Hutchinson. I don't understand the Hutchinson hype. I don't think he's bad.
Me either.
He's not a number 1 pick. So I'm telling you that's not gonna happen.
I'm not saying he can't play, but
he ain't number 1. No, sir.
Second in the Heisman, and now talking about mock draft, everybody's got him number 1. I'm like, what am I not seeing? Like, what am I missing here?
Hold on, Jeff. If he goes number 1 in the draft in 3 weeks, I'll drink a shot of hot sauce. He's not going number 1, bro.
You better start hot sauce shopping.
He's not going number 1. Aiden Hutchinson will not be. So if he goes number 1, I'm taking a shot of hot sauce on the pot. I'm telling you that. Matter of fact,
better start researching on what kind of hot sauce you want to chug because you're about to be chugging.
Aren't we doing one on draft night? We're doing a pod draft night, right?
Sure. Heck yeah.
If he's the number 1 pick Thursday night draft night live,
we'll do a live
after the pick. I'm drinking a shot of hot sauce live right here. If he goes number 1, Charles, you be here too. So watch.
He's going to go number 1. Evan Neal's going to slide down a little bit.
No, bro.
Every mock draft I've seen has Pittsburgh taking Malik Willis at 20. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I think
that ain't happening.
We don't need to worry about quarterback in this draft.
I don't get to Malik Willis.
We need to fill other holes.
Charles, I don't get it either.
All you have to do is have a good pro day, and suddenly you're off the charts.
When I've watched him,
game film doesn't matter.
I was totally unimpressed.
Right.
I'm with you.
He's a system guy.
And y'all know if you go to pro day and dominate and look good in pro day, then everybody gets all like.
Let me say this, Jeff. I get where you're going, but I'm gonna say this. Matt Corral had one of the worst pro days I've ever seen. So it can't get much worse than that.
It'll be worse than that. So we cost himself even more money,
bro.
But they don't care about game film. They care about the combine and pro day. If we have time, we'll watch some game film. But
I told you. But see, Jeff, is like I told you. I personally don't think a quarterback's getting taken first round this year. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That's why I don't want Pittsburgh to go quarterback. Like,
no,
fill the other holes.
Yeah, I did. I did
make a little question here. What was the other hot sauce bet? I don't remember. What was it?
Oh, wait, I forgot what it was, but I know I made another. The fact that you're not tracking these lets me get away with this. This is why I make the bets, because I know I won't have to pay up. So this will work. I have to go back through the pods. I got to write this down. But
I know. I was about to say, I don't.
There's two.
What was the other hot sauce bet? Now
There's
that
two hot
he
sauce
mentioned
bets.
that, I do remember there being a hot sauce bet.
Hey, Key, what you doing, bro? What you doing, man? You snitching. You gotta relax. You gotta
Dry
relax.
snitching.
Chill out, bro. Chill out. But
does that mean you're gonna have to do 2 shots of hot sauce?
Listen, Charles.
Yeah.
Hey.
Once we remember what the other hot sauce bet was, he's double fisting it that night.
Hey, about me a wing drenching. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I don't.
When is the draft? Like the 28th? Isn't it like Thursday night,
Yeah,
the 28th? Isn't that the
Thursday.
first
Yeah.
round?
Yeah, man, it's coming up, man. I think the Saints making the trade that they made with the Eagles, the Saints will definitely get some offensive line help for sure. They definitely get offensive line help. I'm worried about the Cowboys, man. Oh, wait. It was the Steelers making the playoffs. I think that's that. Yeah, I think that was the bet. Charles,
you better start hot sauce shopping then.
Hold on then. Charles, do you think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs next year based on what we have right now in that division, in that conference?
No.
There you go. All right. See, there you go.
Yes, they are.
There you go.
Yes, they are.
Charles, why don't you think they're going to make it?
Well, let me back up. Let me see. I need to see what they do to address the offensive line problem.
Love that jersey.
Because that's the big deal.
They've started.
That's that'll be key for them. If they get like a solid line, then they got a shot. But everybody in the conference, in their division, got better
drastically.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Our defense got much better.
How much better?
It's going to get better when we sign Honey Badger.
Depending on whether.
Fair point.
Yeah, but what's really going to matter for them is whether Deshaun
how many games
is
he gets
suspended to start the season. How many games he get? If he doesn't, now
he's going to be suspended.
Maybe he doesn't get in it.
He's got to get something, right?
Well, he's been out for a year, though. He already been out for a year.
I mean, Josh Gordon missed like 4 years for smoking weed. Like, surely they're going to suspend this guy.
Well, but here's the thing, and here's what is his legal representatives are going to say is, hey, we've been under the microscope, we've been scrutinized. We had 2 different grand juries that refused to indict.
Right.
So how much can they press? And he says he's not going to settle any of those civil suits. So
he said he's fighting.
I mean,
I don't know about that one though.
Yeah.
I think he'll pay out. That's just me. I don't care if the team write him a check and say you give it to him. He gonna settle that crap because when the season gets closer, if it's not resolved, they're gonna settle, bro. Because he's gonna want to play and focus on football again. Right now, it's easy to say that now, but they'll settle.
Yeah, it is. And it's hard to believe that that you get accused by 22 different women and
that's tough.
You did nothing.
There's something to that.
He was doing something. Yeah, indeed. I agree with that. But I think it was honestly my opinion. And this is an expert by no means. I think they made an agreement. They met at a hotel and he got cheap and didn't want to pay and thought that was gonna slide. And she's like, no, sir. Because I think it was prostitution going bad. That's what or attempted prostitution going bad. That's my opinion. I think that might have been something to it. He got cheap and wanted to bail and didn't think they was gonna say something. And I was biting him in the butt. Yeah.
There could have been something to that.
I think so.
You're right.
But
you're right.
So we got those. Go ahead.
So hang on. Where was the Cowboys picking, Merc?
24, bro. 24. I know it like the back of my hand. And Jerry and Stephen Jones are already talking too much. And we are blatantly, bro, it's making me mad. I'm not gonna lie. Because we blatantly targeting an offensive lineman. Okay, that's what we want. We want an offensive lineman. We got Linderbaum, Green.
That's who I want. That's who I want the Steelers to take at 20. I want the Steelers to take Linderbaum at 20.
Yeah, that's probably will.
That's who I want.
They probably will because
I don't want Malik Willis at 20. I want
Linderbaum the center.
He's the center from
Iowa. He's the center, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for us, we want offensive lineman first. And if the offensive lineman that they have in mind that they want to take at 24 is not there, then they're talking about taking a receiver because I know they had Burks from Arkansas. And, Jerry's an Arkansas guy. Man, if we take him first round, I might start cussing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want him. But then again,
Treylon Burks, the wide receiver,
they targeting him.
They're not gonna take him at 24, are they?
Yes,
no way.
Bro. They looking at him at 24, bro. They said if he falls,
well,
he's at play at 24.
I saw some mock. Now, what was Burks' 40 time? Because prior to the combine, people were projecting him like, in some mock drafts they had him as a top 10 guy.
He would have been a top 10 guy, but he ran a 4.640. Like it was slow. And that one, matter of fact, he ran a late 4. He's like a 4.58, 4.6, and that wasn't even official. And it was slow.
But you know who else? You know who else ran a 4.640?
Who?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. I know it. He ain't Jerry though, man. Hey, look, I wish I could get excited.
Jerry went 235.
Cock
diesel either.
Look,
those 40 times, are not necessarily
they're overrated.
A good predictor of how good of a receiver somebody is.
So here's the thing:
40 times are overrated. I can't stand 40 times.
Here's the thing. Here's what you gotta look at though. Besides drops, receptions, and all that stuff, like how many jump balls or contested catches does he have? Right? If he has a lot of contested catches, that means he can't get separation. So
all I know is he tore us up.
Hopping over people. I don't want to hear that, man.
He tore Bama up this year. Like we couldn't guard him. So,
well, I mean, damn, our secondary wasn't great. Yeah, our secondary wasn't great though.
He's one of those big body receivers though that knows how to use his body to catch he may not get great separation, but he knows how to shield guys off and block them off,
But let me ask you.
So
when you look at Burks, does he look like, is he a game changer? Could he potentially be your number one receiver? Because if you drafted him first round, he need to potentially be your number one receiver down the line. Is he that? Do you see that?
If he goes first round, he has to be.
That's my point. Besides him going first round, like looking at his game, I don't know if I think a second would be cool. But at first, I'm like, give me an edge guy, bro. Give me an edge rusher that's elite. Give me a linebacker to put back there with, Micah, and we can put Micah on the line sometimes. But don't give me no damn receiver. We just took CeeDee Lamb 2 drafts ago.
That should be your number one.
And we just paid Gallup, even though he hurt. So don't give me.
He won't play for a while.
But
CD should be your number one. That should be WR1.
But you let Amari go, so you do need you probably need another receiver to plug in there.
And then we let him go for a fifth, Charles. We let him go for a fifth.
How did Tyreek go for 5 draft picks and Amari went for a 5th rounder?
What did Devontae Parker went for draft capital probably similar to them? I'm like, is Amari Cooper like, bro? I don't know. Don't get me started. We don't have to talk about it. We don't. No, not at all. They got to steal.
No, I think the Cowboys painted themselves into a hole or into a corner because everybody knew they wanted to let him go for salary cap reasons.
Because they talk too much
based on performance.
Do it last year.
Yeah,
we do that, man. We do that.
They talk too much, Mert. They talk too much.
Way too much. As a matter of fact, I was talking to this weekend. Speaking of talk too much, real quick, if I can segue, pivot for a quick second. I was talking to one of my buddies, a dude named Chad. His wife used to work with my wife, and he works for a radio station out here in Dallas. So he follows like Cowboys beat and all that kind of stuff. I was talking to him, and he said that Lyle Collins, after they traded Randy Gregory, so I didn't know Lyle Collins and Randy Gregory were like best friends. They were tight. And when the Cowboys jerked him on the deal, Randy on the deal and got rid of him, he demanded to be traded. He didn't even want to be there no more. I was like, come on, bro. So we out here just,
They probably, they probably weed smoking.
He went to the Dolphins, right? Isn't that who signed Lyle? Was the Dolphins?
For cheap. All these teams need offensive linemen, and we letting them go for nothing damn near. Come on, man. We can't negotiate to save our life. I don't get it. So it's making me mad, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'm sorry. I went on that rant. I'm sorry. That was me. I just had a moment.
It's a podcast. This is what we do.
Yeah, I had a moment.
Back to the original question, Charles. The Steelers will make the playoffs.
No, sir. No,
They're going to make the playoffs. It's not going to be because of Mitch Trubisky.
All right, hold on.
They're going to make the playoffs.
Well,
2 hot sauce bets. You know the
so Trubisky is a complete unknown. You know, at this point, you don't know what you're going to get at the quarterback spot.
He is better than what we had last year. I know that.
And even if he's really, really, really improved and could be a good quarterback, which he might be, you got to know the offensive line, you know, is still got to be addressed, because no quarterback is going to be very good if the line is not blocking. You know.
Now we've started to address that by signing James Daniels and Mason Cole, and then if we draft Linderbaum, if we draft some linemen, we're going to be all right.
Charles, he's delusional. Don't feed into what Jeff. I keep trying to tell Jeff.
The defense will keep us in it.
Hey, go get Jalen Hurts. The Eagles don't want to keep Jalen Hurts. They're angling for a quarterback next year. Get Jalen Hurts.
Don't worry about Jalen.
He's better than
Don't worry about him.
Bro, Trubisky's not good. He's not good. You would have done better getting Gardner Minshew.
Well,
we talked about this.
All I know is Trubisky, 9 games over 500 as a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Bro, come on, man. That was that Bears defense.
Yeah,
y'all need to
but
right, and now he's got a similar one.
But that's a good point too. Touche, my brother.
Well,
and we fixing a honey badger. We getting the honey badger.
If y'all don't get him hot sauce bet, are you
Get me the honey badger.
If y'all don't get him, are you drinking hot sauce? That's my question.
I ain't never drinking no hot sauce.
Oh, okay, no, okay.
I will tell you this: I will have you drink hot sauce if we don't sign.
You gonna make me do it? I already got 2. I don't see no wings around here. No,
I don't see no wings around here. Yes, I'm not saying we're gonna win it, but because Tomlin gets to the playoffs and then gets blown out in the first round. That's Tomlin's MO.
I like Matthew for y'all though. I like Matthew.
We're not going to advance far in the playoffs, but we're gonna be in the playoffs.
I agree. What do you say, Charles?
Steelers need cornerbacks.
Yeah, they do need cornerbacks.
We got signed 2 of them.
That good.
We signed Levi.
Oh, who did they sign?
Levi Wallace.
Okay.
And Akilah Witherspoon.
Oh, they signed
Akilah Witherspoon.
Okay.
And we got Levi. Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all stacked.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We got Levi, baby. 2-year deal.
Hey, but you ain't got no receivers,
Buffalo
though.
kept trying.
Yeah, we don't have any receivers.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to get in the draft. I think we're going to
thing.
make a run at Pickens.
Ooh, wait.
The Georgia receiver.
From Georgia. Ooh,
yeah.
Georgia.
I think we're going to take a shot at him.
Went to That's
Georgia,
from Hoover High School. He was a monster.
Oh, did he go to Hoover? Did Pickens go to Hoover?
Yeah. He went to Hoover High School.
I didn't know that. Wow. He's good too. I like him. He's good.
He can play.
You like him better than Burks though?
He was.
I do. For our offense.
Okay. Is he the number 1? Who's the number 1 receiver this year though? In the draft?
That's a great question.
I think that
is that the North Dakota State kid?
Jameson is up there.
Jameson. I forgot, but he got hurt.
Well,
so that's what I'm wondering.
Jameson the number 1 if he didn't have a knee injury. But not Olave. Who's the other
Olave?
Other Ohio State receiver. No, it's the other Ohio State receiver.
Oh, golly, man.
The Chiefs picked 29th and 30th.
I forgot his name. I had to look that up, Charles. I straight forgot.
I'm telling you,
the
Chiefs picked 29th and 30th. They're gonna, if J-Mo is available at one of those 2 picks, they're gonna nab him at 29 or 30. That's my.
Now somebody will probably grab him sooner than that.
The Chiefs are not getting receivers. They're loaded at receiver. They just got Juju. They got Hardeman. They loaded at receiver.
All the more reason they're going to draft one because it just got Juju.
I don't see it. They need.
And I love Juju
and defense,
but Juju ain't done crap in 3 years.
All right, I'm telling you, they're going.
Juju can't beat. Remember, Juju was number 2. He went off, and then AB lost his mind, and Juju became number 1, and his production completely disappeared. Now, a lot of that was the quarterback and the scheme, but if Juju has a rebirth this year, I think I could see him having a rebirth with Mahomes, but he's not going to make up for Tyreek.
By no means. I'm gonna tell you something. Juju is a number 3 receiver right now. He's a number 3.
He's been playing like one for the last several years. He's been playing like a number 3 now.
Yeah,
granted, he got hurt last year because the Steelers were handing him the ball off.
Yeah,
freaking guy was averaging like 4 or 5 carries a game. I'm like, get him out of the running back rotation. Throw him the ball.
He couldn't get separation.
Do you guys ever listen to it's a radio show on the ESPN radio that comes on around I know it's on around, I forget exactly what time it comes on. Bart and Hahn. Scott.
To it.
I know what show you're talking about. I've never listened to it though, but I know what show you're talking about.
Okay, well you should listen to him. Bart. Well, Bart Scott was a linebacker in NFL.
Can't wait.
And was a top.
You cut out right there.
So
what'd you say? He froze on me.
Yeah, he froze on us. But yeah, Bart Scott.
That was you, Charles. You froze up.
Okay, so Bart Scott says that Chiefs will make the playoffs this year.
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs either.
The Chiefs?
Yes, bro. I told y'all that same thing. When they lost Tyreek Hill, it was over.
They more than that.
It's more than that, though. The defense is lacking, too. I think they're in a rebuild. They don't want to call. They'll be competitive, though. But they ain't winning. No, I don't see it.
I don't think they're winning it, but I think they're definitely going to make the playoffs.
They ain't making the playoffs. Hot sauce bet? Jeff, your turn. Hot sauce bet.
Interesting.
I ain't doing no hot sauce, man.
What you want to do? We need you to do a bet. You got to do one.
I'll do a shot of whiskey.
That's a safe one for you. You want to do it? Okay, shot of whiskey on your part. Shot of whiskey if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
Why am I betting on the Chiefs? I don't give a crap about the Chiefs.
But you think they're going to make it.
I'll bet on the Steelers. I think the Steelers are making the playoffs. You don't think they will. So I'll bet a shot of whiskey on
they ain't going to make it either. Matter of fact, double shot.
Will.
Double shot for both of us.
I said double shot.
All right. We ain't got to talk about it.
Charles,
okay. So quick. Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, quick what?
I want just a quick thing. So real quick, we talked about this on the previous pod. Who do you got? Like, just pick me one AFC team since the Chiefs. You said the Chiefs probably not gonna make it according to Bart Scott. Who you got making the Super Bowl? Just real quick, just based on things right now. Is it gonna be the Chargers? Is it gonna be the Broncos? Who you got?
You know what? I'd have to go with Buffalo.
Woo! Pivot all the way. Buffalo. Okay. I like
That's going to be the trendy pick because of how close they got last year.
And but Daboll's going, though.
Yeah.
But listen.
And every year, it's a progression. They got better and better and gotten closer and closer.
But Daboll's gone, though. The offensive guy, Guru, he's in New York. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference.
Charles, let me ask you this.
Well,
based on what you saw in the Super Bowl, the Bills would have slaughtered both those teams, right?
That's hard to say, though. That's really hard to say.
I think the Bills would have crushed both those teams.
I don't know.
I think they would have smoked both those teams.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
I'm gonna tell you something. You discount that Rams defense. Hey, Buffalo don't have enough weapons.
I might be. Yeah, I may be discounting them a little.
Hey, Stephon Diggs is good, but I don't know if he would have did Jamar
Buffalo
Chase.
got the most important weapon. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well,
they couldn't get over the Chiefs.
Well,
although the Chiefs,
listen,
the Chiefs lost to the freaking Bengals.
Pretty good team.
Bengals got a good team.
Yeah, the Rams got a squad.
Pretty good team.
The Rams.
I mean, they got
good. They're a good team next year too, even though they lost Von Miller.
Oh yeah, they'll be better. The Rams will be better.
Yeah, but them picking up Wagner,
Huge. Huge.
Is a huge.
That was a big signing, B-Wags.
And they don't have and before Wagner came,
they
really
play.
didn't have a good linebacker.
B-Wags a big
right.
signing.
They didn't.
Huge.
That's why I feel about.
He froze him. He froze.
That's how I feel about Miles Jack going to Pittsburgh. Kind of like that. B-Wags going to LA, like that kind of impact.
Potentially, if y'all can bring Miles Jack back, he kind of fell off a little bit last year, but he got potential.
Miles Jack,
but Wagner,
Bobby Wagner has not fallen off. He's been extremely productive for
he's been
a
fantastic
good while,
consistently.
and he's still he's only like 30 years old.
30, 31, bro. He's young. He's got
about three. What do you think? About 3-4 solid years.
Solid years, indeed. Yeah, he can do what you need to do, especially in that scheme. He can do what you need to do.
That's a big pickup for the Rams. That's a big pickup for the Rams.
Huge. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
That's how I feel about Miles Jack, though. I think he's just as important of a pickup for the Steelers to put next to Devin Bush.
Hey man, that's how I feel about Dante Fowler. Never mind. All right, go ahead, Jeff. That's who we signed. We signed Dante Fowler. Not worry about him.
On the cheap. Dallas going on the cheap now.
Don't worry about him. I knew it was down bad. We brought LVE back on a 1-year deal. I knew it was over then. I was like, all right, we desperate. So anyway, let's go ahead and pivot. We ain't got to talk about it no more. Jeff, let's pivot again, bro. Just pivot.
There he does the left. All right. So here's the next topic of discussion. What you think about this guy coming up here in a few weekends, Charles? He announced today he's playing in the Masters. He won't make it. He won't make the cut, I don't think. But that Thursday and Friday of the Masters, I think will be the ratings. I think will be off the chart just for people who want to tune in to see this guy.
So
play competitive again.
If it was anybody else, you probably would easily say it won't make the cut.
Agreed.
But this Tiger,
I like where he's going.
And you just don't know. Now I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make the cut, but if he played really well, again, the unknown is, how well is he going to play, playing 2 days in a row and walking the course.
And that's why I'm at.
That's the thing is walking
practice rounds and stuff.
He won't finish the first day. I don't think he's gonna finish the first day. I'm not lying. He ain't gonna finish the
I think he'll play Thursday and Friday, and he'll miss the cut, and it'll be a good story. And then we'll be on to
see, that's your prediction. My prediction is he'll play a little bit Thursday. He won't even finish the full 18. Out of there.
Out of there he goes.
I don't think he'll finish. I want to see him. I want him to do it. I don't think he's gonna finish the full 18.
Golf needs him to play.
Indeed.
All weekend, but I don't think he's gonna.
If
he makes the cut, that'll be an accomplishment in itself. If he makes the cut,
yeah, he's done, bro. But you don't see it.
But you know what? And that's what most of us think. Yeah, if he makes the cut, that's an accomplishment. That's a huge deal.
Right.
In his mind, if he don't win, or is not in contention to win,
what's the point?
Then because that's the way he's wired. Yeah.
So
is that, like he said, if I can't compete, then and by compete, I think he means if I'm not in contention to win, I'm gonna quit.
Well, listen. Well, that's why I think he going Thursday. He gonna be like, you know what, Charlie, I don't want Charlie to see
walking
me
off
like
the course.
Don't look at me like this, Charlie. This is my son. I'm out. Your dad hurt his knee or something.
Mark got him walking off the course. I don't think he's gonna walk off the course, but I don't think he's gonna make the cut. That's my opinion.
I don't think he finished Thursday. So I'm saying don't finish Thursday. You say don't make the cut. Charles, you saying make the cut?
I say I don't know. I think he'll finish Thursday.
Push. Okay.
He's finishing Thursday. He's not going to quit Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I
That's
think he's out there.
So
get my head.
We'll see.
What time is his tea time?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know that. I have to look that up.
I'm not sure about it. Have they picked tee times yet? and groupings. I don't know if they've done that yet.
Yeah, I think I heard that he would be paired. Well, actually, they play in groups of 3 to start
hang
out.
on. Tea time Thursday for Tiger, 10:30 in the morning, 10:34
Eastern time.
Okay.
I'm assuming so. Yes, 10:34 Eastern time in the morning for Tiger.
So
it'll be 9:34 our time Thursday morning.
So tomorrow between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. we've got pretty bad storms.
I heard.
So I'm wondering if Augusta's going to be impacted by that.
It would have
because they would be like the next day, right? If that storm was pushing that way,
they'd have to be. They'd almost have to.
Yeah, it depends on how fast it's moving. But if it's a wet course, then that might change everything.
Agreed. So I agree with that. Something to look out for. We definitely have to look out for that because I'm curious.
I didn't even think about the weather. I didn't even think about the weather impacting that.
Yeah.
But it sure is. So, I like him to get through Friday, but just miss the cut. That's my prediction.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, all right, Charles, this is our last topic for the night. Obviously, this is trending pretty much everywhere we go, but the slap heard around the world.
Oh man!
Now I'm of the impression that that
you think it's
part of me thinks it's staged.
Jeff.
Part of me thinks it's not. Part of me doesn't know what to think.
It's definitely not staged.
It's not because
it's not staged.
Because if you go back and look at, you can look at several things, but more than anything else, with everything that's happening now, look at what's happening with everything that's going on with Will from a career and business perspective. I mean, folks are pulling.
They are
pulling this stuff.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They put stuff on hold.
See, I didn't know about all that. Yeah. I didn't know about all that.
Putting stuff on hold.
Yeah.
So,
Charles, let me ask you this: just from just your wise opinion, when it first happened and the initial follow, what was your initial reaction? Like, have you ever seen anything like that before?
Chris Rock's reaction was so funny. Y'all, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
No, I haven't. Not in that kind of a setting,
Right.
Normally people are not going to go to, have that kind of extreme reaction in the setting that they were in.
I got you. Right.
Maybe if it was in a club, you can see that happening
in the hood.
But at the Oscars, so normally I don't watch stuff like that.
Right.
Watch the award shows, or anything.
I didn't see it live.
And I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have watched this one. But my daughter and I was sitting down watching a basketball game together, and of course, she got something on social media.
Oh, okay.
And she started saying, "Is this real?" And she kept saying,
I think that was everybody's question.
And then she showed it to
us. Everybody's question.
Good point, Jeff.
Yeah. And my wife had taped it. So we rewound it and of course went through, frame by frame and doing the whole 9 yards.
They did a whole
John Boyd media breakdown
that happened. Yeah, did you see like the young lady that played in 12 Years a Slave?
Lupita.
I don't really know her name, but
Lupita.
Yeah,
Lupita. Yeah.
She couldn't believe it happened. She was like,
what's crazy?
I mean, anybody could.
Nobody could. And what's crazy? So after the fact, in my mind, two things came to my mind. Number one, what would I have done if that happened to me in Chris Rock's position? What would have happened with me if I was in Will Smith's position? So I guess it's 3 questions. The third question was, and I was like, why the fuck didn't Chris Rock put his hands up or something? Like, he leaned into it.
It was just so weird.
So I found out.
And then Will Smith smiling right after he smacked him and he turned and walked off. He's smiling.
Well, so here's the thing. Before even Charles jumps in there.
I don't think Chris Rock thought he was going to do something like that. I
here's
don't
the
know
thing
what
about
he thought he was going to do, but
right.
I'm
Well,
with you,
here's the
Charles.
thing.
I don't think he had anything.
So I saw somebody had mentioned that somebody that allegedly was in the know had mentioned that Chris Rock suffers from some sort of social disorder of sorts, where he's the type of person that technically he can't read the room, but he doesn't pick up on normal social clues like other people do. So, like, for example, like he can't, like Jada was visibly upset. And he's like, wah, Richard.
Yeah, he was
And then
laughing at first because he laughed at the joke.
Right. They said the reason why he leaned into a laugh, and he suffers from some sort of kind of disorder where he doesn't pick up like a normal person, normal social clues. And I guess that's what makes him the kind of comedian that he is. Because I'm like, Richard. And then he just slapped the shit, and he's like, oh, and he looks so hurt. And I was like, homie, stagger your stance, put your hands up like, oh, my man, well, none of that. So,
yeah.
And then Will Smith with the robotic slap, like he was about to slide in his church shoes like Michael Jackson off the stage. I'm going to tell you something. If you slap me like that, you're not going to turn around full back exposed and tuck your shirt in your pants. I'm going to just bum rush you off the stage. Like, we're going to have to do something. And in my mind, I'm like, Chris Rock,
no,
bum rush you off the stage.
Do something. Joke on him some more. Do something.
And actually, for if that had happened, for most of the people that would have happened, the Oscars would have ended right there.
Yeah.
Because they'd have been rolling all over the tables and knocking everything down and all over the place.
Source of rules.
It would have looked like a UFC weigh-in. That's what it would have looked like.
It's a hip hop show.
Yeah.
It's Source Awards.
Yeah.
BET Awards. Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was nuts, man. He slapped he slapped the hell out of him. I will say this. I will give Chris Rock. I think he was so baffled by it. He was like, But Will Smith, man, it hurt me, man. That hurt me for him to do that, man. Because I was like, damn, dude, this dude, he's fallen so far. Like, he worked hard and honestly, if you think about it, he made that whole moment about his wife. Like, she got such control over this dude's mind. Because after the fact, when he was laughing at the other cornball jokes, he kept looking at his wife for validation while he was laughing after the slap. I'm like, damn, the wife wasn't crying. He was crying after the thing. I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? And then she went on social media and threw him under the bus on social media. Came out today.
What did she say on social media?
Oh, what did she do?
She went on social media immediately after the slap and said she had no idea that Will was going to do that. She don't condone what he did, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn, he did.
Yeah, she's saving her career too. She's like,
what?
I don't know what that fool was thinking.
She don't have no fucking career besides Red Talk Table. So I'm like, a little bowling ball.
That's why everybody's so dumbfounded, I think, was because of all that came out at that Red Top Table podcast thing that she put out there.
Is wild.
That suddenly Will Smith attacking people, assaulting people on national TV.
Yeah.
I mean, people have been roasted for a lot worse than that.
So that's what some people say is that that he spent all these years building up his career, his profile, everything else. And then she exposed all the warts, the Red Top Table or whatever the talks are, which supposedly humiliated and embarrassed him.
Well, indeed it did.
And according to his autobiography, one of the things that he swore by, though, was that he would never be a coward again, because when his dad used to beat his mom, he didn't do anything.
Oh man!
Yeah, I remember reading that.
But this ain't your daddy beating your mama. Like everybody know, if you go to a comedy show, especially a black one, and you sit in the front row, you're getting roasted. Especially when they run it, especially if it's dead. If the crowd is not responding the way the comedian wants the crowd to respond, he'll pick on people in the crowd to get the engagement, to get the crowd back into the show. Everybody knows that. Chris Rock's jokes before that weren't even landing, bro. The jokes was trash.
Yeah.
And he was the person of honor at that particular.
I guess he only got a chance to get the one joke in, but that's the only. That's the only one.
Dang,
he only got the chance.
That was the only one he made. Yeah,
He made it.
it was like, but
A
that
G.I.
changed
Jane
everything.
joke. Yeah, it did. It
Yeah.
did. It did.
It changed
honestly,
everything, and forever now. That's the only thing people will ever talk about
With Will Smith.
about that, that Oscar, and about Will Smith.
Will Smith.
You
He
know,
killed,
Will
he killed the
Smith.
script.
From now
Yeah,
on,
he killed that.
Nobody will remember that he
no
won the
matter
Oscar
whatever he
finally
does,
Right.
for that
yeah.
show.
Right, Joe. You're right.
yeah,
It's sad, bro. He's a meme now. Like, congratulations, you're a meme now, officially. You know,
Yeah.
he was
Officially.
already kind of
like somebody, once you get a name, whenever you get introduced, if you're in a Hall of Fame, it's like Hall of Fame or so and so. That's
Yeah,
always going to be
sure
attached to
is.
your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Well, what's
over for him.
what's always going to be attached to his name is, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Then slap
no
the
matter
man that
what
was
he's
smashing
doing.
his wife.
But
then
slap Chris Rock. Yeah.
But slap
I don't
Chris Rock,
understand.
the comedian. And I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't
The
understand
comedy circuit gonna kill him too, by the way. Like, them comedians.
Oh,
not gonna
man.
let up on him.
Oh man, this won't
They
go
gonna-
away for many,
they
many,
gonna-
many years.
Yeah, they're gonna eviscerate Will. Will gonna look bad. They're gonna make sure they grind.
He's gonna
him
look
into the
bad
dirt.
and all
Well,
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Night Live already got one in.
man.
So.
Hey, it was pretty good too.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad. SNL was good. I
Yeah.
watched it. It was pretty good. So,
Oh, they already did one on
I only
SNL.
saw that one.
oh yeah,
That one skit. Yeah, they did one on
yeah,
SNL.
they got. It.
Oh.
It was pretty good.
I'll have to
It
go
was
check
pretty-
that out. I hadn't
it was
seen
pretty-
that yet.
It was pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. I like the kind of sidebar. I do like when they do like the news thing, the two comedians at the like news anchor desk or whatever, and they go back and forth
Yeah.
with the jokes. Oh man, they roasted them.
The best part is when they write each other's jokes, so the other person has to read the joke that the other person wrote and not know the joke yet,
Yeah.
and like read it for the first time.
Yeah,
That junk is funny.
it's funny. Yeah, I like.
It's what's his
yeah.
name? Colin Yost or whatever, Scarlett Johansson's
Oh, I didn't know
boyfriend,
that.
and then that other dude that's on there. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah. And
Well,
of course,
I saw the one time I saw him do it was I don't know the brother's name, but it was him and I don't know either one of them name, but it was obvious that who wrote what for whom, because when they start reading it off, it was ridiculous the stuff they were saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about, Charles, because it was pretty funny. Because the dude couldn't get through it when he was trying to read it, like as he was reading it out loud and hearing it out loud, he was cracking up.
Yeah, because he had the white guy saying all this real racist stuff, and the white guy had him saying all this ridiculous stuff.
Yes, yes, it was hysterical, man. I mean, it was so funny because the funniest part was the guys not being able to finish reading the joke.
Well,
because they were
kept
seeing what the
cracking
joke was. They were trying to finish it, like busting out laughing because I knew how off the wall it was going to sound coming from each other.
Yeah, you got to watch it, bro. It's funny. The one with
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out.
Charles, my man, we so glad to finally get you on here.
Man, this was great, Charles. Seriously,
thank you.
Like, it's been too long since we got to see each other and chat, so it was awesome of you to come on the show.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all having me. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Open invite. We cut the show usually every Tuesday at 7. Sometimes we go every other Tuesday, but open invite. Anytime you want to come on. We're definitely going to do a live draft show.
Live draft.
If you want to join us, definitely for the draft show.
Join us for the draft. Live draft.
So
Thursday night at least.
Yeah.
So
Thursday night, first round draft show.
Thursday, right?
Yeah. Just the first round of the draft. We're gonna
do a Thursday night draft thing. So you can represent your team if you have one. I know you might not now, but live reaction.
Well, I was a free agent now.
Come to the Cowboys. Never mind.
I'm kind of a Miami Dolphins fan these days.
Okay,
that's all right.
That'll work.
Sorry, we got Tua Love here.
I'm hoping for. I want to see Tua. I want to see him get a real shot, to be the quarterback a lot of people thought he could be.
Yeah. This is his shot. And they will go offensive line in the draft.
He's gotten hadn't gotten a fair shot yet, and they're already ready to write him off.
Yeah,
and I'm like, the dude has no weapons or no protection. Nobody's going to survive in that. So give the guy some weapons and time, and then decide.
Yeah. Well, he got weapons now.
He got weapons now.
You know,
he got time too. I think they've improved the offensive line, and
this is his shot.
To his time now. This is his shot.
This is his shot. So we're gonna see.
If he bombs this year, they're gonna move off him.
If they got a big time running back to go with him as well, that would be another.
You can find some
that could help.
Mozart, if he can stay on the field, is legit, but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
but
you can draft some good ones in the draft.
The tools, if they can keep him on the field.
Yeah, there's some good ones this draft. This draft has about several good running backs you can get second, third, and fourth. So
this draft is real deep.
Well, there's always quarterback. There's generally always backs.
Yeah.
If I would think if they took a flyer on B-Rob, I think that would be a really good choice.
Bingo. I was just about to say somebody's going to get a steal on B-Rob.
Yeah, his pro day was okay.
Yep.
It wasn't great.
Right. That's why, because he's not flashy. Yeah. He's not the home run threat. His pro day was okay. So somebody's going to roll the dice on him, and they're going to get a steal wherever they get him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
He's
That's
a
my
workhorse.
opinion.
Well, like Damian Harris. You know, Damian Harris is finally getting his chance on the Patriots.
He's carved out a nice career for himself, Damian Harris has.
So it's his time now, and he's fresh.
Well, he's one of the few running backs that I think Alabama mistreated.
Yeah,
agreed.
They break off a 30-yard run and
wouldn't play for 2.5 quarters.
Take him out the game.
Wouldn't play.
They would. I mean, he was averaging like 7 yards a carry his senior year, but he only had like 110 carries. It's like
every time he did something good,
they
pull him and sit him on the sideline.
Come on over here, player.
Yeah, but see, Zeke tapping out. Damian's like, give me the ball. And they're like, nope, you're good for 2 quarters. Have a seat.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Let me show you this.
And he wouldn't get another carry for 2.5 quarters. And you're like, what is the deal?
Yep.
It was bad. It was bad.
It's driving me nuts, though, Damian. But he's showing out in the league now. So
well,
anyway.
Yeah. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Keith, for joining us. Thanks whoever else joined us. Thanks whoever listens at some point. Man, we had a good time. Thanks, Clutch Sports, for letting us be a part of their network. Charles, it was a great time having you on the show, brother. Hope you join us again soon. We're really looking forward to more episodes of you joining us.
I'll certainly be there for the draft, and like I said, certainly my pleasure. To hang out.
Awesome,
you fellas. It's been a while.
Hey, the old
been a while.
Squad.
It sure has.
The squad.
Yeah, that's it. The old school. All right, fellas. Well, good to see everyone. Everybody, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch y'all next week.